Well, good evening, my friends. Facebook land. Baxter here with you, Baxter Training with Baxter, and welcome once again to my Facebook Live here this evening. Seem to be having a little bit of internet difficulties. Might be due to the snow in the area. I don't really think so, but sometimes it makes it seem that way. In case you didn't know it, down here in Georgia, it almost never snows. One person said, I've been here 11 years, and he's from New York. He said today was the first time he'd ever seen it snow, and he didn't believe it was going to until it did. Another lady said, they told me it does not snow in southern Georgia. And I said, never means 99.9% of the time. And she said, yes, I always seem to get that 1%. And that may be true and it may not. But it did snow here today and caused quite a bit of problems down here in the south, as many people here do not know how to drive in snow and ice. And the wisest thing to do is to stay in, which I did for most of the day at the business that we were at while people came to us getting insulation for pipes and different things, because the snow and the cold had caused a lot of issues, as it always does, in old houses and different things like that. And since I'm the manager of a hardware store, guess who they get to come and see to help them out with those issues? And I'm very glad to be able to do that. Was glad to do that, and I'm glad to be on here today. And I wanted to make this kind of brief this evening, as we always do. I'm a little earlier than usual. Was trying to improve on some things for myself as well, and getting on live earlier was one of those things, or is one of those things I want to try out to see if I can change my schedule around just a little bit. And was just in there reading a blog post by one of my favorite people that does a lot of teaching to entrepreneurs and different things in different fields, but what he teaches is able to be applied to every field out there, because most of the time it is a personal development thing. And one of the things he said this evening is he's talking about, are you a little nervous? And this is Ray Higdon, by the way. I want to give credit where credit is due. Ray Higdon, very powerful trainer, done a lot of things, does a lot of studies, great coach. Got to meet him at a meeting down in Florida not too long ago this past year. But anyway, going back to what he had said today, he was talking about, are you a little nervous about starting something new? This is one of the things he talked about, and made it very simple, and that is, we all are. Most of the time when we have something new we're unsure of, we get the jitters inside of us. We hang up in our throat. We do all kind of things, and many times we might even stop doing what we're about to do because of these little jitters, this little stuff inside of us. And most of the time it's up here, and it says, you can't do that. Don't do that. So but anyway, he says, here's what you do. He said, you think about, and it made real good sense to me whenever he done it, because it's exactly what I remembered. He used a bicycle illustration. Whenever you started to learn the bicycle, did your parents say to you, you might want to go read a couple of books on that and see how it is that you could learn how to ride that bicycle? Or did they say, no, you need to sit down and meditate for just a little while, and maybe this will come to you and you can figure out how to ride that bicycle? No, what they said most likely was, get on the bicycle, I'm going to push you down the road, and you're probably going to fall over, but ride it as far as you can, and then we'll get up and we'll try it again. And that's exactly what he meant to do. My parents used me, well, not so much with the bicycle, because I learned that from my older brothers, as they showed me here and they showed me there, and I got to try. But the same thing happened, you see, is that I indeed did get on and ride and fall and ride and fall. Skint knees, busted head, you know, I mean, so many things can happen as you're trying to do those things and learn what's going on in that world you're in. But the biggest thing with the parents, especially my father, when he went to teach me how to swim, Mama wanted to put the little jugs around you and keep you afloat and let you paddle like a dog and all this stuff. And Daddy simply grabbed me by the rear of the pants and chunked me out into the water and then said, swim back over here. And he'd throw me out again. And so that's the way I learned, is it's a sink or swim type of thing. And of course we know he wasn't going to let me sink, you know, not to the point of death anyway. or I don't think he was. But so I'm still here anyhow. But I did learn how to swim, because you get out there and you just give it your best shot. You got to go and just try it out. In the job that I'm in right now, whenever I went to work for that, the man said, I said, what do you want me to do? He said, make it run. So I did. I put out the effort. I done this. I tried that. I fell on my face. I called him on the phone. How do you fix this? And I tried again. And that's the same idea. Is you got to get out there and you got to push yourself forward just a little bit. And what he meant by all these things, he's saying, don't overthink it. Don't make it complicated. It's simple. You're going to do a Facebook Live, turn the camera on, get in front of it, start talking, have a little bit of thought of what you want to say, and so what if you look a little foolish? Because you know what? That's his next point. Is that he said, be willing to be imperfect. I realize that when I watch myself talk on the videos after I go back and review, that many times as I talk, my lips get dry. And so I lick my lips, and I see my tongue popping out all the time doing that. But I say, it's part of me. And so maybe one day I'll figure out how to stop that, and maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, the idea is that it's not perfect. Everybody has different things that they are not great at in the beginning, and you have to learn those things. You have to get out there and give it your best shot. So what if you mess up? Who has not messed up? Some of the great inventors, Thomas Edison always comes to mind, 10,000 times on the light bulb, and he just simply told the interviewer, I have not failed. He said, I've simply found 10,000 ways that did not work. That's what we're doing whenever we're out there giving it our best shot. We're not overthinking it, and we're just willing to be imperfect long enough to learn it. Whenever I first started in sales and teaching people about doors and windows, I had no clue. Come over here, let me show you. And I go as far as I knew. If I didn't have an answer, I'd find somebody that did. And so I was not perfect at it, and still am not. There are many questions in the field that I'm in, and this is one of them here. In this very field of marketing online that I search for each and every day, that I try to learn, that I try to apply. And so my friends, just to make this very short here this evening, I see a couple people popping on. I can't, for some reason, on my phone see who you are, but welcome. Thank you for stopping by. But anyway, that's the two ideas here this evening. If you're a little nervous about something, don't overthink it. It's not that complicated. Just go do it. Just start somewhere. And then the second thing is, as we said there, and I done forgot my thought there, is be willing to be imperfect. But on another note, thinking of starting something new, there is a new training out that a friend of mine, Gloria McDonald, has been doing, and you can find a link to that training above this video here. In just a few minutes it will come up there, and it will be at BaxterCribs.com LinkedIn training. You might want to click on that and see if it can help you to improve your LinkedIn profile and how to contact people that are out there. That also is brand new. You might want to give that a try. Don't overthink it. Just click on it, check it out, put your email in. You can actually get you a free downloaded script that she uses, 6 of them there, and then if you find that useful, you might continue the process on to see the rest of it, because there's some very interesting things there that I found that helped me to change my LinkedIn profile to begin my new journey as well. My friends, I want to thank you for stopping by today. Have a great day. Try to stay warm. It is wintertime, at least here in Georgia, on up to the north up here. So be careful out there, and we'll see you next time on Training with Baxter. Thank you.